This for the players out there, check out this dope shit, man.
Players never down, we getting paid. Another day, another dollar living in the bay. Hustling for my baby, trying to play in my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix, really trying to get my papers.
This for the players.
Players never down, we getting paid. Another day, another dollar living in the bay. Hustling for my baby, trying to play in my escape. I ain't staying in the matrix, really trying to get my papers.
Good evening and welcome to Competitive Team Championship. We come at you now with round 2, which you might have been expecting as Bahrain, which has been changed to the one and only, the lovely Qatar circuit in Lusail. 5.38 kilometres long with 16 turns and only one DRS zone and one detection point, making it very, very difficult for those drivers to overtake, meaning qualifying is that extra more important here tonight, especially going into round 2. Larry Toolkit for FVR looking to try and make it 2 victories in a row. My name is Corey Brooks, one of your 2 commentators for this evening. Join with me once again is Piney Penguin. How are we doing, my friend?
We're doing good tonight, so obviously I just can't wait to get going tonight. Obviously, we shouldn't have any issues this time around since you were here this tonight. Obviously, unlike last week, man here was very late.
Yes,
so.
driving, and maybe again for next week. Just see what time I get back. May miss qualifying, but be back in for the Grand Prix. Just like last week, I need to go back to Nottingham and pick up a puppy. But for now, things are looking unknown at the minute as we get going into round 2 in terms of the championship. FER do lead us away, which we can take a quick little look at, but for some reason that's wrong. But I'll take a look at the drivers stand up. I'll edit that in a second. But as you can see, Larry Toolkit currently with the race victory for his team, with Francesco Lago lining up P2 in the drivers' standings. Enzo Soom lining up in 3rd, with Triskate in 4th, Wojciech Steg down in 5th, and then Joel Marquardt in 6th. I'm just currently trying to change the graphic over because for some reason it's showing the driver lineup, which it shouldn't be. So I'm just going to quickly get that changed, which it is now. And then back onto the drivers, you have Joe Marquardt in 6th, Nando Moreira in 7th, Abdullah Balak in 8th, and Charles Herbal in 9th, and Giovanna Galito, I'm sorry, I'm apologising, I'm butchering your names today, just sat there in 10th, just following on. They are literally your race finishing, so it's pointless bringing up the results from the last time out because everybody there is the top 10 from your previous race. And now as we go on to the team standings, which is where things are ever more important. Now Venturi leading after they just got 2 points to take over FEI. However, FEI had the race victory, could not take lead of the team standings just yet. Shizusadai Igniters in 2nd, with FBR in 3rd, Future Racing Team in 4th, TF10 in 5th, Thomas NG Sim Racing in 6th, ET8 7th, AMR, Azurai and Tatum Restec finishing off the order. So from ET8 downwards, not in that double digits of points. We'll need to score back some much crucial points here tonight in round 2. But it is still early days. It is a 12 round championship, I do believe. So even after this one, 10 more chances to score back some much crucial and much needed points to get yourself into that championship. Now we will take a quick look at the drivers lineup as well, so you can see who will be joining us here tonight as we get going into qualifying. For some reason the graphic's gone very, very small. Bear with me. Things have got a little bit cockeyed though. But you can see for FBR we have Larry Toolkit once again lining up for his team, potentially looking to take that 2nd race victory in a row, with Tomas Lamanen helping them on the charge to the top of the team standings. Future Racing Team, you have Florian Van Zelten, Campbell Adams, Tatum Restec, you have Gianluca Nolfo and Valentino Labella. Going on to Shazoo Sadar Igniters, Francesco Lago and Isaac Liot, and then Thomas NG Sim Racing, Wojciech Steg and Kanakinchi. AMR Esports will be brought to you by Claudio Diaz and Flexus. As RI Esports will be Orion Sanga, I think that's it, or Aaron Sanga, I don't know. Somebody please inform me of his actual name. Lining up with him on Azurai is Lumi. And then TF10, Avi Gabadi and Chris Biedzinski. Venturi Esports will be Ryan Modler and Victor Widler. And then finally for ET8, it'll be Michael Hedrick and Charles Herbeau. Oh, excited. We are waiting for one more driver to get into the lobby, and we will get going for what is a full qualifying. Yep. But before we do that, we can have a quick little word from the sponsors that have helped make this season possible, starting off with Gridfinder. Huge thank you to Gridfinder as well as Virtual Setup Engineer. That's a brand new setup shop for all your racing needs, offering setups for all tracks and a custom chatbot, so you can customize your setup specifically for your unique driving style if you struggle to use those setups that are provided for you. I know sometimes I've struggled with the setups you can get from online, especially from the setups providers, so using a chatbot to make it a bit more unique will help you along your way. Not only that, and now we join ourselves back in the commentator's booth where we wait for our final driver to grace us with his presence so we can get going for this full qualifying session, followed by 29 laps of the Qatar Grand Prix over at Lusail. I think we're on 19.
We are out on 19. AMR's other driver is having some, I'll say personal issues at the minute. So, one of their AMR managers has confirmed they will try to get in the session before the end of Q1, because if they don't, they might have to have a small wait after Q3 so they can put on a setup. Because Part Ferme is off, so people can make adjustments to their setups before we get into race. Because I know all these drivers like to run a quali setup, then change it for the race. So obviously no more restarts. So to account for this, we have turned Part Ferme off.
Well, there you go. No restarts, part Fermi off, drivers can set everything up. Then there's no delays, because we know lobby restarts can take quite a bit of time, and certainly delay everything to slow everything right back down. We want to keep things flowing at full pace, so hopefully no restart and we can get one driver in at the end of qualifying one when he's sorted his issues out. What I can say is that qualifying one is getting ready to rumble with 19 drivers. We're just getting ready to take to the track. And then it is 18 minutes for the drivers to set their fastest laps. Now I expect to see intermediate tyres come out for some drivers, especially those that are more favoured to be on that pole position. They're trying to save the tyres for that final 10 driver shootout in qualifying 3. But for now, we're going to head over trackside and we'll take you away with the first 18 minutes of qualifying. Here we are then. To the track, and all is quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Oh, why has that moved? I just noticed something. Something's moved. Apologies. Let me just put that back in position. There we go.
Terrible streaming.
The graphic moved, the competitive team championship logo had moved. So I've just put that back at the bottom underneath the League Racing TV. And who's going to race us to the track first? That is being a Haas. So that will be Chris Biadzinski is going to take us away with what will be the first time lap on intermediate tyres, as you can see, ran there by the TF10 driver. Just behind him, followed by Valentino Labella, as the TRT teammate Gianluca stays sat in the pits. Well, he's now just taken to the pit lane. So it will be Chris and then Valentino Labella to take us away. And further back than that, I think it's Wojtek Steg.
Yeah, most of these guys are all coming out, are all doing their banker laps on mediums. Unless you're Valentino, then you're doing it on the full wet tyre. Obviously, nothing wrong with this. There's no rule against running on the wet tyres. Drivers just do this to get a little feel of the track, and obviously just try to just get a banker lap in. So the times later will speed up. Because how long does it take to get around to Qatar to do a full lap around Qatar? Like 1 minute 25? Is it something like that? Or is it 24? Something like that. I know it takes less than a minute and a half.
Let's say we're going to see qualifying times as low as 1 minute 20, maybe I'm pushing my luck, maybe a 19, maybe. I mean, I'm going to see 20s and all that because I can hit a 21. If I can do a 21, these can do 20s.
Okay, then, okay, then,
no, in quality, it's going to be around the 20s, I'm going to say, around the 20s, 22s. I know under race pace, you're looking around 25.
Yeah, that's...
But in quali, I think we can see things get a little bit dicey. But Valentino Labella on wet tyres, as Chris did not finish the lap, he went straight back into the pit. So I'm guessing that's just more of an equipment test. Pole was a 19.9 for console yesterday. So yeah, like I say, it wouldn't surprise me to see the 19s. If not, we're definitely getting into the 20s. Especially in terms of qualifying, just in quali pace to say the least. But and in the race, I don't know, because it's just flat here, Pioneer. It's just flat. Majority of these corners, I've got to say, if you've got the minerals to hold your foot down on the pedal, it works. If you can find the grip, majority of the corners, you are flat.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, but obviously, because I've done that in past, but it's like, I'm not an experienced driver, so I just bottle it completely, so Qatar is not one of my strongest tracks, but I do love to watch the cars just completely go flat out around these corners. It just surprises me that they can hold the speed.
I quite enjoy to drive Qatar. That's something that I've got to say. Like of all the tracks in this game, so I've not taken to 25 like I had to previous games. I don't know. I just feel like there's too much dirt here. It's impossible to overtake. I've not found myself racing too much. But when I've been doing time trial and such, I'm just feeling the track, seeing how the cars are and stuff. Steg goes quickest on Inters with a 25 there, so only 4 seconds, 5 seconds around off pace what we'd see on softs. That's not bad. I've noticed with Qatar, I quite enjoy it, I've got to say. Like, though you're seeing times that are quite competitive already on intermediate tyres. So it's only a couple seconds off pace, not too much of a drop off that you'd see in other tracks, other fast tracks like, for example, Australia and Monza, where you'd see a 7 to 8 second difference on those Inters. This is quite a fast flowing track.
It is, and obviously Michael for ETA has gone up to a time board on his Inters. Only about, what, 1700ths faster than Steg. Oh my god, I said it wrong. Oh my god, I am going to butcher that a lot.
Steg. See, I have learnt to say his name fully. I can't
I'm
just
just
say
gonna,
his first
I'm just gonna refer to this guy as his last name, which is Steg.
Yeah, it's what I mean. If it's
I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, if it's easy to say Steg, just say Steg. I honestly, I learned to say his name at full. Like saying Wojtek, it doesn't sound right to me to say. It feels wrong. I've got to say his full name, me personally. It's just how I've learned to do it.
Yep. Looks like nobody else is really doing a lap, and someone's forgot to change their tag again.
Valentino
Unless that's bugged for me again.
Valentino Labella does not have a TRT.
No, that is bugged for me. Okay, cool. Why are these tags bugged for me again? Because for some reason, obviously I know they are on TRT, but Trisk for some reason has a Versio for me still.
Well, what I am happier, I've noticed quite a change in the leaderboard though. In the past, I couldn't see people's full names. Now I tried something different, and it seems to have worked. Because I said before the stream party, I'm going to try something and see if it works to see if it makes things better. I can see people's full names now on the stream because I'm in a windowed mode. Mic drop. If you put it in windowed, if for some reason you can see everyone's name. Either that or they fixed it. Because they used to cut people's names short, if you remember, with the tags.
They did.
But if you look on stream, people's full
finally,
names are there.
Yes, it's fixed for me as well. Finally, I've been complaining about this for weeks. Finally, it's fixed. Finally.
Well, there we have it. You can see, ooh, Trisky's getting a little bit too friendly on the rear end there. Alpine driver coming around on the intermediates. We all have a couple drivers who've been able to set a time. Everybody else has found the white lines and has invalidated. And in goes Trisky. And now we get ready for soft tyres. Oh, this is where things get fun. Florian van Zelter, first driver on the softs, take us away in that Alpine, Mr. FRT driver. I'm excited to see this. This is where we see the real banker pace of these drivers coming into qualifying 1. Of course, as track evolution gets better between qualifying 2 and qualifying 3, the track times start to get a lot faster. But it would not surprise me to see a 20.5 here from Florian's banker lap. 20.5.
We'll see what happens. Obviously, somebody in the chat has said yesterday's poll for console was a 19.9. So we'll have to see if these drivers can do better than that. I was like, I hope they can, because then I can say PC better than console now. But we'll soon find out.
This is it. Gets his foot to the floor. Now, this is what makes things a bit interesting. How much battery is he going to deploy? Because I know in Qatar, you can famously use your entire reserve battery, your entire supply, and deployment before you even get around the final corner. So coming down towards the line, you have no more ERS to deploy and you lose tenths of speed to hit that checkered flag. So ERS management is a massive factor as well in Qatar. I forgot to mention that here at Losail. But as we're on board with Florian van Zelter, as he's coming around now to get through his sector 1, of course being the fastest time there on the board. Why has it done that? Get me back to the game. We get going down and out of turn 6 up towards turn 7. This can be a bit of a tricky technical part of the track as you try to put the power down. It's very easy to line up the rear tyres and get yourself pointing in the wrong direction, but he deals with them well. And around turn number 10 now it is flat to the floor for the next 4, 5, 6 turns Depends how well you can hold it. Flat, fire it round to the right. Keep your rotation ready to come around again. 13, back around 14. Keep your foot pinned if you've got the minerals. Fire it to the left around 15. Oh, there's the snap and a wobble as Florian van Zelter shows that keeping it flat is also very costly.
Yep. One mistake around this track can ruin your lap completely. And in this case, it has done for Florian. That is a shame. Your next person across the line will be Francesco Lago.
Outlap, I think, but oh no. It is Francesco, not on an outlap. He's crossed the line. Where's he going to go? Paul, it's a 20.5! Come on!
Well, the man called it. First time.
Oh, yes. That's the first time I've ever been right. It's a 20.5. What can you say about that one?
It's time for everything.
Yeah, the other SCI driver hits the pits, is invalidated the lap. Famously probably coming out of turn 15, as we saw from Florian van Zelter. But for Francesco Lago, takes pole position. I'm on board with Shangan now as he's coming through sector 2, around turn number 9 and 10. Will be the next driver to set a time lap.
Yeah, as I say, Shangan will be the next person to do a lap. I was going to say, Michael would have been the next person after that, but I think he's hit some traffic and he's also invalidated his lap, so that is not going to help him.
Sanga out of that triple right-hander, now faced with a treacherous left-hander that's cost 2 drivers the laps. He runs it wide. It's cost another driver. That's one more to the pit lane to slap on some fresh tyres. Oh, he's going to set the lap actually to see what kind of pace he were dealing with. It's a 21 exactly. Oh my God, that's satisfying. It's a 121 exactly. GG. Well played. Next towards the line will be the Alpine colours who start a lap, and then we have another Red Bull to start a lap, being the Azurized teammate. Everybody else is on...
Larry Tulke will be the next one across the line.
I think it is indeed. Out the final
Tulke
corner.
Yep. At last corner, what's it going to be for the FAR driver? Up the line. There you go, 20.23. 223. And goes 3 times faster than Francesco.
Flexus, 20.8. Gianluca, 20.6. Ryan Modler, 20.5. Next, maybe Tomas Lamanen. Yes, it is. It's a 20.594. Just 7,000 short of Francesco Lago. Next towards the line will be Wojciech Steg. I think, no, it wasn't. It was somebody else, Chris, with a 20.6. And then we see Valentino Labella, 20.5. 4 drivers in that 20.5, just a 10th between the lot. And then we have the Mercedes Victor Widler coming down towards the line. See what sort of pace is coming there. That's an outlap starting a lap, should I say?
Yeah, I just also noticed as well the other AMR driver has arrived as well, Claudio Diaz.
So we do have Claudio Diaz joining us. That's full 20. Claudio is on a timed lap at the moment as though goes over the line. Lumi, 20.8, followed closely by the FRT drivers, Florian van Zelter starting another lap, Isaac Leah also starting another lap. We'll take a quick look on board at Claudio as he's coming around sector 2 now, dispatching of turn 10 with a little bit of traffic up ahead as he gets around turn 11. Now the triple right-handers to go, 12, 13 and 14, which can prove a little bit deadly. Those white lines come at you very quickly. Barely keeping it on the track there is the AMR driver out of the dangerous and deadly with traffic ahead, turns 15 and out of the final corner. That may have been an impede. It is into the pits though.
Yeah. Who was the guilty? Oh, it's Chris. Oh no, it's Chris for TF10 was the guilty person in this situation. So that's not going to be helpful. Claudio not going to be happy with TF10 there at all.
We'll go on board with Florian van Zelter coming out of the triple right-handers now, getting ready for the dangerous turn 15. It's cost some drivers though. Laps already cost him one in previously, but this time was not caught out. Now has one more lap to go, one more corner to go. Claudio was not on a lap, we've been told in the chat, but for Florian van Zelter, is it Paul? No, it's not. It's a 20.7, but he's in the top 10. That's
Isaac
got to be the
Lee
drop
next to
zone.
come across the line. Isaac Lee next. What's he going to do? He's up to second for 20.4. And Ryan Mudler has called off the dogs early with 20.504. I think he should be okay, because bear in mind I've been told there are 2 people that are, well, obviously ETA's got one of the drivers having a quali ban, so that's already only 4 drivers. And I'm told one of the test drivers is not going to be able to take part. They're in the session, but they're not going to be able to do a lap, I have been told by one of their managers. So looks like only 3 of the drivers will go out, and some of them are calling off the dogs early. I'd understand if Larry Toolkey retired, because he should be good, and same with Isaac Lee. Those 2 definitely good. I think possibly Chris might be okay, but not 100%. Obviously, people are retiring. Obviously, he's still yet to do laps. Obviously, Sanga. What is that? Oh god, I cannot. Who's the other TF10 driver? Oh god.
According to my audio, my mic's picking up some sound.
Oh dear.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Aussie
Is it
Victor.
though? Can you hear anything?
Not on Discord, sir.
Let me listen to this stream real quick.
Yeah, so obviously Victor
You
Whittler.
can hear my fan. You can hear my fan in the background. I do apologise, it's very warm in my room. So there is a fan going in the background, you can hear it ever so slightly. Let me see if I can get some noise cancellation going.
Oh dear. This is where I'd be like terrible streamer.
No, it's just I've got to have the fan on. It's dreadfully
I know,
warm
I
in
know.
here. Dreadfully warm.
You're good. You're good, bro. So, only 3 drivers will be eliminated here in Q1. Obviously, if the information I have been told is correct. Obviously, we already know about Patrick getting his quali ban. Obviously, Victor's also with a quali ban. Well, not quali ban, we don't know if he'll even make it. Alright. Looks like Claudio's going to be the first one to actually start a lap. Oh, never mind. Oh, we got Michael Hendry? I can't. Okay, I'm just gonna say Michael. Got him on his lap here, going through the middle sector.
I think it's Michael Hedrick.
And he's backed out of it.
And he's called that one off and moved out of the way of an AMR
Interesting.
driver. Is that Claudio on a lap? No, Claudio
Yep, Claudio's
in sector
the only.
2.
Yep, he's just got into sector 2.
So for Claudio Diaz, I believe.
Yeah, Claudio Diaz.
Going into sector 2, first time lap to get on the board, needs to get out of this bottom 3 spot. As we see, only 3 drivers may be eliminated, with the fact that another driver will not be driving. So, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and find out. It's that TES driver who won't be driving, Victor Garcia.
Yeah, it's Victor. Yeah, Victor Garcia. I have been told he will be okay for the race, but qualifying was a doubt. So man has got it all to do in the race. Having to start from 19th. Alright, Claudio at the final corner. Up to the line for the AMR driver. Where is he going to stick it? It goes up to P12 ahead of his own teammate.
I don't think he's safe though, but now we have
I don't think it
towards
is.
the line. It is Lumi to start the lap. The next driver to cross the line, I think, is Florian van Zelter to start a lap, and then is Sanga to set
Florian's not going to get there. I think Florian could be okay, so it will be Sanga next across the line.
Oh, Sanga's just coming out of 15!
He's invalidated! He's out! Oh, that's a big let off for Claudio. I think with his 20.7, he is good. He'll be in Q2.
He would have been dropped as well, because Sanga's just hit the line with a 20.6, so he would have been 11th. He would have been higher than that, and Claudio has probably just been saved.
The TF10 driver next, Flexus improves, both AMR drivers are through. TF10 driver up to second, so he's bumped Michael down, who's not even doing another. Well, he finished a lap, but it's not good enough. So Lumi's drive at risk,
Oh!
and he has been bumped down by Victor Widler. And Lumi is retired from the session because he invalidated his lap. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is your first 5 out. Obviously, Lumi in 16th, Michael in 17th, Aryan in 18th, Victor Garcia 19th, obviously not doing that, not even leaving the pits, and then Patrick 38 with the quali ban. So Claudio Diaz barely made it out of Q1. Barely, with that 20.7, which I know for a fact will not be good enough to get him into the top 10 shootout. I think if you want top 10 shootout, you've got to do like a lap at least as good as what P3's time is. Maybe even faster than 20.3. But we'll soon find out.
Well, based on
We'll
that,
soon
what shall we
find
say our drop zone is for qualifying 2?
I just said, man's not listening.
I don't think it'll be a
said,
3. I don't think it'll be a 3. Like, qualifying...
I'm saying this right now. I think if you said 20.3, I think you're more than less probably guaranteed safety. If you do a 0.5, you are definitely in trouble. I think you have to be at least faster than 0.4 if you want a shot of top 10. Because I don't think a 0.5 will cut it. Obviously, this time around it has, but obviously, as you can see, Flex is there in 10th with a 20.606. Would if that was for Keith to make it to a top 10 shootout, barely would have made it. But obviously, track evolution, track will be faster in Q2, so those times will drop, and I don't think a 0.5 will be good enough. But only time will tell. That's my prediction. So well, let's see what these 15 drivers can do. Obviously, this time around we have
final classification. Cheers, game.
Yep. 15 minutes now of Q2, and then we go to, and after that we do a 12-minute Q3 shootout. So who's first out onto the track this time around?
Lumi's left the session. You shouldn't have done that, bud.
Yeah, there's no lobby restarts or anything, so he'll have to try and get back in before the end of Q3, because if he doesn't, yeah, he's going to be in trouble because his car will be ghosted on the first lap.
And everybody's taken to the track, pretty much. First one to lead us away, Wojtek. I mean, I expect as much. Wojtek's normally one of the first drivers to the tarmac. Man loves his screen time.
I just see all this traffic just bailing out the pitch, like, it's funny.
What are you eating?
Sorry, I'm eating a peach. Sorry, I
nah.
kind of had my mouth. I kind of had my mouth full there. I apologise.
Man's just casually scranning a peach. You know what? No, I rate it. I love peaches. Peaches are amazing, so I rate that.
Literally one of my favourite foods. I'm just sad that they're only good. They're only good through spring and summer. Through the winter and autumn, they're absolutely awful.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Well,
Like,
if
I stocked up on pictures, I could probably live off of them.
What's that movie? Holes. You'll be that kid that has just loads of jars of peaches.
Yeah.
Ryan Modler to take us away with the first time lap for qualifying 2. Hits that checkered flag. Timer starts and away we go. ERS management down this back straight being an absolute must, because you're flat to the floor through majority of these corners. Not many places to recharge that battery. Even if you put it into none, with you being flat to the floor, you don't recharge as much. You benefit most under braking with it in none, and you don't really do that around Qatar. It's just too fast flowing. But for Ryan Modler, coming up towards turn 4 and turn 5, flat corners once again, as majority of this track is, hits that sector 1 split with a 29.6. Beautiful sector 1 thus far.
Yep, definitely did.
I have a really itchy foot right now.
Stream did not need to know that, sir. We'll have to forgive main comms there, giving us.
My foot's really itchy. I don't know why. That's what it is. But for Ryan Modler, around the triple right hand as we go. finishing off turn 14 down towards the dangerous 15, which has cost so many drivers their laps and maybe even their chance at seeing qualifying 2, as we had some drivers unable to get a time on the board. Faced with those invalidations, and out of 16 will go, only 16 turns to navigate, fast corners through Qatar, hits it for their pole time with a 20.4, so just shy of a 20.5 on the first banker time. Next towards the line, Wojtek Steg 20.7, following him Isaac Lear 20.3 to go faster. Chris goes 20.7. After that we have the SCI drivers teammates start their lap, whereas Tomas Laminen 20.7.
Just finished. I have also been asked, can you show a 2-minute video made by Oscar when you get a chance, Mr. Brooks, by Joey.
Wait, where is this video?
I forgot. Man doesn't. Okay.
Did somebody ping me in something before the stream went up or something? Because I would have set this up beforehand.
Yes, it was a round 1 recap. I pinged you on it.
Right, so just bear with me 1 second. You're going to see a pause menu because I have to take it to Discord and it's going to pause again. Just while I have a look at what we were talking about, what we are talking about.
Yeah, I do apologise. Oscar Mandoc made a recap of last week. Nobody told Corey Brooks about it, so we do apologise. Honestly.
Oh, I tried to download the file and it just killed everything. So bear with me, we'll try and get back into the lobby. You're going to be seeing a Be Right Back screen just ever shortly while we sort out these technical issues. Okay, hello, and we are back just briefly while I'm loading back into the lobby right now. Apologies, I tried to download the file and my internet said no, because I'm streaming and all sorts of malarkey. My computer was just like, nah, you're doing too much, bro, calm down. So, we're back, we're getting there. When I get back into the lobby, we should have the final minutes of qualifying left to go in qualifying 2. But we've still got that 10 driver shootout to come.
Yep, currently 8 minutes after the session. Everybody is pretty much out for their second runs. Obviously, Valentino Labelle, Larry Kilkey, Florian, Flexus, and Francesco are the only people not to set laps right now. So right now that will be Luca, who is in danger right now, obviously being in P10. The slowest of everyone so far with a 120.978. A full 10th off of Tris.
I've got the no wing glitch.
What do you mean no?
I've been hit with the no wing glitch.
Oh dear.
That's an impressive Mercedes. I tell you what, they make cars well at Mercedes to handle these corners at such speed without a front nose.
I've never seen that bug before.
Oh, it's happened to me once before, only once, but yeah, he appears to have been hit with it once again.
Oh dear.
There's going to be pieces missing from certain cars, just bear that in mind, stream. Just bear that in mind, chat. Things are going to be missing off people's cars and it's going to be a bit confusing. However, next time, I do implore the person who made that recap to make another one from round 2 for round 3, and we'll try and get that shown in that one. Whereas this one, I can't download that file without the stream dying, so bear that in mind. We'll get that set up next time. I had no idea that was a thing. If somebody had pinged me and said, oh yeah, we've got this, I would have been like, oh, awesome. Ryan Modler takes a new fastest time, a 20.2. Some drivers still struggling to get a time on the board, but there is still quite a few minutes left of qualifying. We're on board with Valentino Labella now. Coming around to finish sector 3, goes up to the dangerous and treacherous triple right-handers before we get out of 14 and down to that dangerous 15 that has cost so many drivers their laps. You see it happening time and time again where Larry Tulke, previous race victor, takes a 20.039, almost a 20 flat, being the new provisional fastest time. Valentino Labella 20.2. Ryan Modler is a 10th and a half away, and 2/10 for Valentino Labella to strike that top spot.
I hate to say it, I told you so.
What?
I told you a 0.5 is not fast enough for top 10. Like, look, even a 0.4 is not safe. You need to be faster than a 0.3, like I said.
All
I
right, calm
called
down.
it.
Somebody's not had his Weetabix this morning. Here we go, ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to see how close it's actually going to be in the race. I think we're just going to have a massive DRS train, if I'm honest with you, apparently.
Yeah, we only have one DRS zone, so
It's just
like
going to be a train.
we'll see if anyone is feeling adventurous or ambitious in the middle part of the race, but expect most overtakes to be done at turn 1. You might get the odd couple at what? You might get the odd couple at turn 6, maybe, or even turn 7 on the like. It's these heavy braking zones we have.
Florian Fonzelta has only been good enough for a 47. I mean, there's something
Florian
wrong
clearly
there,
was
brother.
not. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, how do you say that TF10 driver's name that is in 10th? So if I say it, I'm going to butcher it.
Avi Gobade. I love that name.
Avi, okay.
Avi Gobade. He actually, right, so there was a race in another league, and Avi Gobade was in contact, and the contact was so good. I had a 1.5-minute clip taken of me commentating over it, and the amount of times I had to say Avi Gobade was amazing.
Well, right now, Avadi is obviously in 10th and is in trouble of not even making it to top 10. Like, he's in the 3s, but I don't think that's going to be fast enough to make Q3.
It's half a 10 for 2 drivers. It's half a 10 for Trisky and Francesco. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He's not safe. There's no way
he's
safe.
Yeah, he is not safe. Like, I would even probably say, I would say definitely Larry Tulke is definitely safe for that 20-0. There's no way he's getting bumped. He might get bumped off top spot, but Q3 no problem for him. I think the Venturi boys are okay as well. Valentina I think might also be okay. Isaac Lee a little bit on the fence. Steg probably same thing. And we've definitely got engineers listening to the stream because there goes Ryan and Valentino retiring. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those two might be just okay. Isaac Lee, obviously, I think probably could have done another run, but if that's as fast as he can do for the time being, then I think he might get lucky. But I think Steg might have to do another lap. Because I think if he does not do another lap, I think he might get lucky. But if I was him, I would be safe and do an extra lap. If you want to be in the top 10.
Yeah, see, Wojciech Steg's coming out. He knows that maybe that's not safe for him. He's around about a 10th and a half from being dropped. So it's all it's going to take. It's all it's going to take.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's got a 10th and a half in his lap, he can be certain that other drivers may have more.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I said that's what I'm saying. Isaac Lee might get lucky to not be pushed out, but I know for a fact the top 3. I don't think they'll get pushed out. I don't think Valentino Labelle will either. But I think Isaac Lee might just. But I could be wrong. You never know.
We are on board
Obviously,
with Florian though. He is on a lap and he's had a bit of a wobble there in sector 2.
Yeah, that's not going to help him. So I think his own teammate actually might have gone his way. So that's not going to be helpful for him. But we'll have to see what he can do. Obviously, he needs to try and go as fast as humanly possible because he is currently the slowest man. And he's come up to the dangerous 15. Oh, very close to track limits. And now coming out the last corner. Florian needs a good lap if he wants to make the top 10 shootout. Coming up to the line, what's it going to be for him? It is a 20.331 behind Steg. And I don't think... We'll have to wait and see what other drivers do, but I don't think that's going to be good enough for Florian to make it into Q3.
Nah, I think that's on the cusp.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, you need to be in the 2.2s if you want to more than less guarantee it. Because, like, obviously if you're Steg, you're happy that Florian is done with his Q2. But, yeah. Right.
Claudio next towards the line, getting himself to finish off sector 2, coming up to that triple right-hander. 2.5 tenths up on the delta time thus far, looking for that improvement, but if he cannot pull out a couple more tenths, he's going to fall short of that cut-off mark that you even said. It may be a 20.5 for Claudio here. The AMR drivers are struggling. Bottom of the pack thus far, but will be the first two to finish off qualifying 2. Claudio out of the final turn. Any more time to give? It is much needed. Hits the line. It's a 20.4. Falls short. What about his teammate? He falls ever shorter with a 20.5 next towards the line. Francesco Lago looking to improve. Does improve up to P2. Safe and accounted for. So is Wojtek Steg with a 20 flat. Who's next?
It is Tresk. He's currently in 14th, coming up to the line. How much improvement will it be? It is only... He's done a 0.3 exactly, so he's into 8th.
Oh,
and there's only 2 of a drive.
He's not safe. Oh, Chris, he's out.
His teammate, though, up to 9th, and that pushes Thomas Lamnon down. Lamnon's on a lap as well. He's coming out the last corner. And obviously, Florian's not on a lap, so it's only Thomas that can deny Florian Q3. Will he do it? Up to the line. No, he does not!
Oh, by the finest
so Florian
of margins.
gets very lucky.
He didn't improve, did Tomas Lamon, and he was down on the delta.
Yep. 0.012 down on his lap in the end, Thomas Lamon. So that is unfortunate for him, but obviously his teammate looking good up there with that 20-0. Obviously, Steg was very close to him as well. But I was right though. A 0.2 pretty much guaranteed your safety. But 3 drivers with those 0.3s got lucky, I think. So drivers out then in Q2 are Thomas Lamnon in 11th, Chris in 12th, Luca in 13th, and then you got both the AMR drivers of Claudio and Flexus in 14th, 15th, respectively. So coming up next will be the Q3, the fight for pole, and this is where we'd be like, obviously Larry Tulke didn't do a final run. He did a 120.039. I think in Q3 we could see a 119. I hope we do.
Being a massive factor on that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, we're very close. We're at the 20 flats already in Q2, and there's your final classification. Yep. Tomas Laminen, Chris Biedzinski, Gianluca Nolfo, Claudio Diaz, and Flexus, the 5 drivers that will not see qualifying 3. Larry Tulke, Wojtek Steg, Francesco Lago, Ryan Modler, Victor Widler, Valentino Labella, Isaac Leah, Trisky, Avi Gabadi, and Florian Fanzelta. Just holding on will be your 10 drivers for your 10 driver 12-minute shootout for pole position. Isaac Leah looking good to take yet another top spot, whether it be qualifying or in the race. Do not mess with FVR here in this season.
Yeah, Larry Tulke with the early show of dominance for FVR. Wants to try and build on what they did last season. Obviously, FVR in the early season last season, dominated the first few races, which was a good start for them. They did slip up a few times towards the end, but obviously the earlier drivers clearly did enough to have them clinch the title. So we'll have to see if Larry Torquay can make it 2 wins from 2. Obviously he's hoping he can, and obviously his team is hoping he can. But who is first one out on track? It is Mr. Steg.
I expected as much. Vojta Steg seems to make it a habit of being the first to the track. I said it in qualifying 2.
Yeah.
So when I saw the Williams colours, I jumped straight on board with Vojta Steg.
Yeah, man's not wasting any time. Wants to get that early bankering. Obviously, I'm hoping he's on a used set of tyres and has one brand new set for the end of qualifying. Obviously, I'm pretty sure all these drivers will have one new set. I know for a fact Larry Torquay will definitely will, because man's only done like one run in each session, pretty much.
Yeah, but certainly feeling very confident as Larry Torquay, but it's the sort of thing you can expect from an experienced driver. As Torquay been here for seasons past, and he's back once again for FVR, and already taken a victory for the team, leading what is a driver's standings, which we do have now being run under League Racing TV, rather than where we was running over the Twitch in previous seasons past. But you know, Larry Torquay, very capable driver. Could it be FVR's time to take a championship?
Yeah, well, only time will tell. So we'll have to see. So obviously here in CTC it is more about the team than the drivers. So let's see if FVR can defend their title.
Vojta Steg takes us away out of turn 1 and gets up to turn 2. The long left-hander where it's very easy to kick the tail out, as is shown by the TES driver. Now coming up towards the double right-handers 4 and 5, which will see the end of sector 1. An invalidation cutting in too early for turn 5. We'll see Vojta Steg's first run in qualifying 3 well and truly over.
That is unfortunate. I'm just wondering if he's gonna, is he backed out of it, or is he carry it? No, it looks like he's gonna carry on with the lap, so it'll be kind of interesting. Obviously, he's probably just gonna come back into the pits, unless he's put enough fuel in there to do another lap. But no, another wobble again, so that must clearly be a used set. Oh, unless he's just making some mistake, but we'll soon find out. As I can see other people now coming out of the pits. We got, looks like we've got Trisk of the for FV. I was about to say Aversio, but I forgot Aversio's no longer a thing, because for me he has the Aversio tag, but on stream he has the FRT tag. So that is actually kind of annoying for me.
Oh, Trisky.
Yeah, Trisky has the wrong tag for me. Like, it was like that last week as well.
Right, so I think that's...
yeah, no, it's a bug on my end.
Yeah.
That is definitely a bug on my end. And also as well, Victor Widler also has the NLR tag still, when it's supposed to be Venturi. So obviously he has the Venturi tag. That's also a bug for me too. That's also bugged as well.
NLR?
So,
oh my word. Where are they now?
Yeah. I would say they rebranded as Venturi. It's still the same team, but they rebranded as Like as far as I'm aware, all the drivers and managers.
I've not seen NLR in a long time.
Yeah, no, I think they just rebranded as Venturi. So as far as I'm aware, it's still being run by the same management team, as far as I'm aware. So.
Well, Trisky for FRT. Future Racing Team gets going into Sector 2 now, round the more technical part of the track. I've word in the chat that you are correct, Piney, regarding your knowledge for FNT.
Yeah, I thought I was. But no, there we go then. Trisky here for Future Racing Team. Gonna start with Oz off with the first banker lap up to line. It is a 20.529. I definitely am going to assume that is on a used set of tyres. There's no way that is on a brand new set.
Looks like a couple tenths shy, doesn't it? So it's got to be used sets for these runs.
Yeah.
It's still got just under 7 minutes to go, so plenty of time to go again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Next towards the line.
I was like, I can't help but like laugh a little bit every time that his name is said, because I don't know why, it just sounds funny to me.
Ooh, quickest so far, Isaac Lear. Can you beat it? Yes, they can! 19.971. There we have it. 19s are broken and a 19.9 for Victor Widler. And these are only your banker times. Next towards the line is his teammate Ryan Modler. What's Modler going to produce? Crosses the line. It's a 20.2. And then we see Larry Tulke just short, 20 flat. Ooh. Valentino Labella up to P4, 20.1.
Nice. It's faster than his Q2 time for Larry Tulke, but obviously probably not the lap he wanted. So I think there's definitely some improvement there for Larry. We'll obviously soon find out.
For Florian van Zelter, Wojciech Steg's going again.
Yeah. So yeah, Victor Whittle there with a 19.9. Just needs to go a little bit faster than that, and then we can say PC's better than console. But right now I cannot say that because they, well, depending on what the actual official console time was, I'm not going to be bothered to look it up. But as far as where it's 19.9, well, we'll see.
On board with Wojciech Steg still, coming into sector 2. Slow traffic ahead, yellow flags. Is that
those guys. Yeah, those guys are going to have to move out the way if they don't want to get in the way of Steg here.
Yeah, it comes out of turn 14, turn 15 coming up. Is it an invalidation? No, it's not. Actually kept it on the track this time. Up to the final corner we go, turn 16, and you are done. Just a straight sprint to the checkered flag. What sort of lap time from Wojciech Steg? Can he be a contender? Oh, very, very close indeed. Yes, he can be a contender. That is the answer. 19.928.
Definitely fresh set. Definitely. If it's a 19.9. So that's 3 people. So after the first, second run for Steg, everybody else has done 1, unless you're Francesco Lago. Yeah, you've not done a run. So 4 minutes left. We've all got time for 1 more run. So I'm just wondering how many of these will go out for that last run to see thing. Because obviously I'm pretty sure there is an extra point for pole position, if I'm not mistaken.
There is indeed. 22 taking the race for victory, 18.15, and so on and so forth. They're in the order, and 1 for fastest lap. The points this time though, they do not go to 12th, they go to 15th. If you remember previous seasons past, they only went down to P12 in the order. Now you start off with 22, and then I think, is it, oh no, actually it might be 20, 18, and then keep going down. We get to 15th position, and then the points will be at 1. But there is still 1 point for fastest lap, no, not for fastest lap, for pole position. I don't think there's 1 for fastest lap anymore with it in real racing. 3 minutes to go now in this 10-driver shootout, and then we shall determine who's going to keep pole with Victor Widler. Does Wojciech Steg have any more in the bank to actually challenge for it? It's only 200ths away, but Isaac Lear, can he find the 10th to make it possible? Trisky will take us away, so it seems. With his teammate following closely behind, Florian van Zelter. The FRT drivers both coming out together. Maybe some tactics here for towing.
That's annoying. I think we might have a very weird bug.
What is the very weird bug?
So Lumi is disconnected, and unfortunately, apparently they're not able to join again, because apparently again, a lobby is full, And apparently Thomas Lang has joined the session.
Well, I do know that when I joined the lobby on the restart, I pressed F2, not join session. So I've not taken his seat. I will not start on the track, or I shouldn't start on the track.
Well, no, you started in the spectator role anyway, so...
Yes, but if you join back into the lobby, even if you was a spectator, it can put you in the car if a driver that was on qualifying
So
was
that...
disconnected.
Oh, that could...
But he shouldn't put me in the car. It should not put me in a car, because when you join a session after disconnecting, if you press F2 and go to spectator mode, it keeps you in spectator mode. Well, it should do. We'll see. We'll see. If we have to restart, we have to restart. The order is already set. We know the qualifying.
The thing is, though, when we started, it should allow him back in. Like, I don't know why it's not allowing him back in, which is very weird. Like, from what I know from my knowledge, when we started with 22 people, he should still technically be in the lobby, even though he left. And obviously, same with Corey Brooks. You should not put him in a car because he was in spectator mode. It's weird.
We'll see. We'll see. If we have to restart, we have to restart. But we'll wait and find out what's going to happen. If it is just a case of he's disconnected and can't get back in, there's no lot we can do about that. If he puts me in a car on track, we'll have to restart. Other than that, there's not an awful lot more we can do from that. But we are on board with Trisky. He was the first driver to take us away with the final runs, powering down towards the line with just 2 seconds left to go. One, and there is a checkered flag. Comes out of the final turn. 16 done and dusted. Powers down towards the line, burns everything left. It's a 20.1. The best that Trisky can do. Florian Van Zelter follows through. A 20.1 also, but not good enough to jump ever higher. Ryan Modler up to P5 with a 20 flat. Next towards the line is one of the SCI drivers, that being Isaac Leott, who's looking to contend for pole. Not improving on the lap time. Francesco Lago crosses the line. It's a 20 flat. Goes up to P5, and then we have Larry Tolke coming down towards the line. Is it Paul? Can it be? Yes, it can for Larry Tolke. It's a 19.7. Unless Valentino Labella has an answer. No, he doesn't. Falling short. Next it will be Victor Widler, the man who would have been pulled towards the line. Falls short of Larry Tolke with only a 19.850. And the last to be in contention, Wojtek Steg. Can he do anything? He crosses the line. No, he can't. Stays exactly where he is. And stays there on the second row. Finally, having a buddy to cross us across the line. And we'll go P4. Beautiful lap there from having a buddy. So once again, 2 for 2. Larry Tolke, Paul again, looking good to be the fastest man. And what could be a second race victory in a row. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, right. Now the big question is, I'll have to look at race director when we get into the main race. Because if there is a Thomas Lang in the thing, it will have to be a restart, which is annoying. Like, we might have to do a complete restart. And unfortunately, I'll have to go back through the stream to find out. Like, as I'm trying to get hold of Joey because he's the race director.
Well,
so
we are
I am
taking to the
trying.
track, so we'll find out who's in the lobby. But I'm not in a car, so that's good.
So that's good that you're not in a car. So, let's have a look at race director. I say Lumi's is still. Yeah, no, Lumi's still there. Lumi's still on the grid.
Right, you'll have to rejoin. He's just going to have to take the loss of positions. You left willingly from qualifying.
I say I'm looking at the race director, and obviously it still shows Lumi's there. So I don't understand how he's not able to rejoin. Like, I also see as well that he's definitely not in the lobby because on my screen there's no muted symbol next to him because
says Daniel Mars.
Oh yeah, I know. I see Daniel. Like I'm looking at the race director, and obviously it still shows Lumi in the thing, but obviously his car will be ghosted. If that is the fact, obviously, because thing, nobody else should be in the
How is
session.
right? Look, if Thomas Lang is not supposed to be in the race, why did he get in the race? Right. Why is he joining?
Nobody else should have been able to join the session. Full stop.
Well, like to be fair, why did he?
All
Why is
right,
he even
Joey's
joined?
just yeah, Joey's just confirmed restart.
Like, what
Joey,
is the point? Are you trying to just be funny? Trying to put a delay on things? It's pointless. You look like a tool. I'm gonna be honest. Right, so you've literally forced us to restart for no reason whatsoever. You might think it's funny, you might think you look good, and it's a practical joke, but you actually look like a tool.
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, since Joey's not available, it's actually down to me, which is very annoying. Because I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to.
So the lobby's going to get restarted. We are going to go straight to a be right back screen, and when the lobby's reset, we'll come back for the race.
Yeah.
Right, I've just brought us back in for a second. You can see the game going at the minute. Drivers are not retiring. You need to retire from the race. Engineers, tell your drivers
Yeah,
to retire.
I've
Tell them to quit. We're restarting the lobby. because
yeah
of
I've
other
called
people's actions.
I've called for an official restart. Like I've even called it on the Discords. So can everybody please have your drivers retire?
This
We're gonna
is a
restart the
We
session.
you've all been driving
Yeah.
for 2 laps, and we said before the race started that it's being restarted. Nobody's listened.
Yeah, they're all
Engineers have
crashing
tried.
now.
The engineers have probably tried pushing the luck.
Yes,
and
we are
gone,
restarting. Yes,
just
hold
continue.
on.
But we already called a restart, so please
Yeah,
retire.
we are restarting now. Everybody, please just
Hello and welcome back. Sorry about the little kerfuffle, the unknown, the little unexpected restart, but we are 20 drivers strong once again. The grid has been set and we shall get underway for the 29 laps of Qatar. Now, I don't agree with what's happened. Maybe we can find some way around to stop it happening in future, but again, we cannot allow anybody to keep the lobby full because of drivers' disconnections. So if Lumi disconnected, can't get back in, that is the problem. We've had to restart. But it opens the door for everybody to have fresh tyres, and if his camera's not there, that is because I'll have to just really quickly reset that up. Pioneer's here. There he is.
I'm still here.
Yeah, Pioneer's still here. Pioneer's still here. The camera just went
Yeah,
off. God knows why.
Yeah, I'm definitely here with me and my penguin. But yeah, I've just told Chris, who the lobby host is, to let me know as soon as the grid is set and with a screenshot to prove it has been set, just so we can confirm it's all fixed and ready. Obviously, we do apologize for this. Obviously, we have had to force restart pretty much. We wouldn't have had to do this if it wasn't for a Thomas Lang just randomly joining the lobby. I don't know why he did or for it, but he did, and that's caused us to force a restart because Paul Lumi for Azurai was not able to rejoin the session. Obviously, they are in now. Everybody's in. We are just waiting for the lobby host to sort the grids.
The grid's been posted in the chat. You can see.
Yeah, Abdullah has done this for me. Got the screenshots. I am now just confirming everything. Yep, that is all good to go. Yep, we are good to go.
Well, we're ready to rock and roll.
All right.
Do we have an estimated time? Yes, now.
Now.
Plain and simple, just
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Right.
everyone's engineers, please tell your drivers to ready up so we can get going. Grid is done. I've just had Abdullah confirm it. So I assume he is engineering for Chris.
Estimated restart time is right now. So yeah, there you go.
So
I don't like giving estimates because if it's late, then you're all just going to mourn it ever more. But we are set up. We are ready to rock and roll, and we should get going for this 29 laps Grand Prix, where Larry Tulkey takes us away from Paul and defends against Victor Whittler from behind.
Yep, he will have to defend from that Venturi driver. Obviously, the time is ticking down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now we are in a loading screen now.
Loading, ready to rock and roll, where the drivers will reapply their setup, set their strategies, get their fuel load set, select the tyres, have a look at the weather, the track conditions. So many factors they need to take into consideration to make sure that their race goes absolutely crystal clear, perfect, like the waters of spring. But other than that, everybody's now ready to rock and roll. So let's get ourselves to the game screen, and you can see what is going on. You're going to see a loading screen for a brief second, but it's just while we get everybody to the track.
Yeah, it certainly is. So obviously now we'll be waiting for drivers to select what kind of tyres they want. Obviously, I'm assuming these guys will probably try and... This is the next question. Obviously, we'll wait for drivers to sort out their setups and their fuel strats and stuff. Now, this is where I'd be like, 1 stop or 2 stop, do you reckon, mate?
I think with how this track is, it's going to be a 2-stop. And my commentator's prediction for the win, I want to say Larry Tulke, but with how close qualifying actually was, there's 3 to 4 drivers in contention, I've got to say, for the win. With there only being that 1 DRS on, it's going to be very difficult to overtake. So 1 mistake, 1 open door could prove crucial. I'm going to say Larry Tulke for now, but I don't want to put concrete... He's going to win. Concrete prediction, because... Here, I'm a little unknown with the way that the physics are in this game cycle, with the way the dirty air is, how difficult it can be to find and make overtaking opportunities. So this is going to be interesting, especially, like we say, 1 stop or 2 stop. We could see both happen here today to see which is the better strategy to run. We know these drivers like to run a lot of practice and to learn the strategies, to find what the optimum strategy is, and then they'll turn up and do a crispy, clean, perfect race. But... That's not to say a lot can happen within half a lap.
Definitely. Like, there is other places that I could see people trying overtakes, maybe at like turn 6, turn 10. Those are places somebody could try and do it if they're feeling brave on the brakes. But you never know if these drivers can do anything.
But we are ready to rock and roll. It is 4, 5 lights. The grid is set. The drivers are ready. And we are all go, go, go for 29 laps here in Qatar. Beautiful getaway from your race leader, who immediately dives over to cover off that racing line from Victor Widler. Widler looking to try and get a jump off the start, but he's having a bad hit under threat from Wojciech Steg and Isaac Lear as they go almost 3 wide coming out of turn 2 and up towards turn 3. The order sort of settling back in. We see some drivers further down the field going side by side. Florian van Zelter fighting away with Thomas Lamminen, who does manage to jump up into that 9th spot without Thomas Lamminen diving to the inside, trying to retake that position on the race start. It's mediums versus hards. As you can see the tyres now on your screen. See who is doing what, who is where, and who is racing for what position further and up and down the field. We're looking on at the front. Larry Tulke got away cleanly. We still have this battle going on with Thomas Lamminen and Florian van Zelter, as I think that's Florian van Zelter pushed to the runoff and Thomas Lamminen to retake that P9 position.
Yep, I also see further back that Trisk just got back past Sanger for 14th. So man has not had a very good first lap, already dropping 4 places. Still side by side with Sanger here, as he's just been shown the door, but he's now keeping ahead. But obviously this is hards versus mediums between these two for over 14th or 15th. So yeah. A lot of fighting in the early lap here.
Lume under threat from behind. He's got damaged front wing. That's front left end plate is gone. The Red Bull could be under some pressure, but the Ferrari behind I think also has some damage. Some drivers getting into a couple of squabbles early on. Here we see a move. It's Florian van Zelter versus Chris Biedzinski. Biedzinski is going to try to go to the inside now coming out of turn 2. But to no avail thus far. They're still side by side and now to the inside line for Florian van Zelter. But it looks like Chris has managed to pull the overtake off.
Yep, he definitely has. And Sanger has got back past Trisk, obviously. I'm just looking at all these moves, and at the minute I only see 3 drivers pretty much where they started. So that's Valentino Labelle. Oh.
Trisky to the inside door. Lume, beautiful stuff, slight contact between the two, wheel banging if you would. Lume still trying to defend with that damage on the front right, on the front left side. But it is Trisket trying to look for the long way around the outside, but to no avail. He's have to fall back in line. He's now under threat from the Ferrari behind. That's Flexus trying to make a move for AMR on the FRT driver, which could not get through thus far.
Yeah, this is interesting as well. I see 5 drivers on these hards. We've got Francesco Ligo, Florian, Trisk, Victor Garcia, and Patrick all on the hard tyre. Like everybody else is on the mediums, so mixed strategy here.
We missed that Victor Widler took the lead of the race into turn 1.
Yeah, that was last lap around. Yeah, so Larry. Oh, and Lumi is the first person to pick up 3 seconds for track limit violation.
Oh, contact with him and Victor and Trisky, sorry. They were both pushed off and dropping positions left, right and centre. Now Lumi's defending against Victor Garcia. Garcia to the inside. Does pull ahead. Off to the runoff goes Lumi. Struggling with that damage. Oh, to the inside! Contact! Huge dive bomb there from Lumi. This is not good.
More damage on that Azura. He's lost the other end plate now. Oh dear. And one thing you need around this track is downforce. Losing both your end plates, not very good. Is he still trying to make a move over to Garcia? And there we go. There's contact made, and he is round.
I'm gonna be honest now. As a commentator, we've got to be unbiased and stuff. But you're being a bit of a DICK, mate. What? Come on. Like, I'm all for hard racing, but I think his head's fell off.
Yeah, Lumia. Yep. I'm gonna go. Why have we got a? Oh, he's missing his entire front wing now.
Hey, he's done. I'm gonna be honest. He's done. He's gonna face penalties galore. His race is over. in 3 laps. What he's just done, the constant contact, diving, ridiculous dives, what damage and he's done. He's going to be hit with like 20 seconds in penalties. You're a steward, you know how it goes. It's yeah. This man is. It's
so
VSC.
I'd assume.
It's VSC.
I assume we have a virtual
VSC.
safety. No, but
He's
yeah,
in
then
that.
he's retired from the session.
And we to think that we restarted for that. I'm not doing another restart, I'm going to be honest. We're back to green flag racing, DRS is re-enabled. However, some drivers have picked up 10 seconds. We restarted for movement and then Lumi did that.
Yep. And Michael gets a drive-through penalty, and Chris picks up a 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. So obviously Chris somewhere has got past Mr. Lago here. A bit too early maybe. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens, but obviously that not another crash gate. Got Lago and Modler. Oh no, sorry, not Modler. Lago and Thomas Lamnan here trying to get past Chris. Lamnan trying to go around the outside, but not quite getting it. Obviously, don't know where Corey Brooks has gone. He's
no, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm just keeping my eye on this. This Abigabadi, who could be making a bit of a charge.
Yeah, well, you're missing action for the back. Like Thomas Lamnan trying to make a move around the outside of Chris, but didn't get it. So he's having to sell back into 9th. Obviously, Mr. Lago's got back ahead of Chris. Obviously, with the help of DRS, because they are 1.6 off the back of Ryan Modler at the minute. Obviously, still leading their way is Victor Widler ahead of Larry Tulke. I was like, Larry did this last time. He got pulled and dropped to 2nd. I was like, this is where, like, I think this is possibly tactical. Obviously, you want to be like right up his diffuser on the last like laps. So we'll have to see if this is tactics from FVR and Larry Tulke. But only time will tell.
Well, now we get back to racing. Some gaps have opened up for some drivers. Gianluca, 1.5 from Florian van Zelter. Chris making a bit of Francesco Lago on the DRS, makes it easy to slip on through, but now needs to try and catch up to the back of Ryan Modler.
Yeah, they're about 2 seconds behind, and obviously that's not a good start. I also just realized as well, Chris will have to serve that 10 seconds in the pits on the next one, if I'm not mistaken. So that's, unless he's going to keep that entire time, I can never remember. Also, one thing to know as well, Isaac Lee actually pitted under the virtual safety car. He's all the way down in 17th on hards.
Potential damage there, so making the most of that VSC to get rid of it.
Yeah, could have. You know what, I'm going to have a look at the race director just to confirm if it was also for damage. Ah, yes, it was. Yeah, Isaac Lee had damage, so he's had to early pit. And so did Patrick for ETA. He had early damage, so that did not help his hard strategy, so he's had to go onto the medium. As Florian, latest person to pick up 3 seconds for track limits. Yeah, that could also play a factor in as well later in the race. We could see some penalty bingo. But I think with these drivers, I don't think that's going to happen. But I might have just commentator cursed them all. Oops.
Back on board with Larry Tulke as the fight at the front starts to close up a little bit more. Abigabadi making that charge, like I said. He's got a little bit closer than he was a lap before, so could keep your eyes on this one, Penguin. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, I'm looking further down the grid, and I see a fight for 12th between the IRT driver and Flexus. Obviously, looks like Flexus is struggling, so he's dropped behind the Tatum Race Tech driver. And is now going to be under threat from the future racing team driver of Trisky. Obviously, further back, Sanger got past Victor Garcia for the last point, if I'm not mistaken. 15th is the last points place. So I'm keeping my eye on further back in the field. Also seems to be like we have like a few groups of DRS trains. We've got one DRS train from 1st down to 9th, and another one from 7th down to 11th. Then we've got little trains. So gaps have started to form with all this contact in the first early laps.
21 laps of racing to go on, and we see some moves in the field there. Florian Manzelta getting up to speed 10 there. Bit of a scrap for the back end of the points. Couple drivers in that DRS train just exchanging positions thus far. Back to the front. This train of 6 drivers goes ever smoothly. No changes in the field there. Just trying to manage those tyres effectively. With being 8 laps old now, medium tyres start to slip away and feel a little bit grim. You start to feel that drop off no matter what track you're on. Around 7 to 8 laps in, and you start to struggle. So as long as you can keep it in those white lines, you are safe. Discord's going a little bit crazy today.
Yeah, I wouldn't concern yourself with that.
With the teams having team managers and bosses and owners having chats regarding questionable stuff. But hey, if you want the drama, get a look into the Discord. For now, the race is settled into a bit of rhythm as drivers focus on that tyre management. Again, strategies, we spoke about it early on, Vine. We don't know if two-stop could even be a viable factor here with it being such a fast track. Maybe management and the one-stop is the way to go. But, you know, being on the two-stop, you can push flat out.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like that. Obviously, but we'll soon find out. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see how these hard runners thing, but obviously I feel sorry for Isaac Lee. He will have to pit again. There's no way he's end. But that's because of the early damage he picked up. Obviously with Patrick, well, he'll both have to pit again, but obviously poor Isaac, he was in a good place, and then obviously that damage he had to pit for ruined it for him. But yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Discord.
3 seconds for Michael Hedrick. Oh, Ryan Butler's dropped it! Oh, no, he did not! He's just dropped it out of the final corner and almost pitted himself. I can't believe I just saw that. Ryan Butler's gone for a spin.
Oh, that is for him. And that will be his tyres dead. So, oh, he's also got wing damage too. So yeah. So
that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. I'm sorry, but that's really caught me off guard.
That is unfortunate for
Send me a postcard, please, mate, for your little trip. Oh wow.
This is where I'd be like, bro, this ain't no laughing matter. You might find that funny. I feel sorry for him. He was running strong in P6. Obviously now because he lost it at the final corner, that is not helping him. But obviously mistakes like that can happen. Obviously with the tyre wear being playing a factor, I would assume we're gonna start seeing people pitting probably after the next lap. We'll soon find out when people are gonna start pitting.
Yeah.
Never mind, I stand corrected. In this lap, apparently. Interesting. I would have thought they were at least going for a couple more laps So, obviously, I feel sorry for Ryan. He had to change his wing as well, so he will be further back than everyone else. Let's see if anybody jumps each other in the pits. No is the answer. So, go Baddy here. Look, just having a nice gentle stroll right now. In the lead by a good 4 seconds. Because he was the only person that did not pit.
Well, you can see those that have pitted and the tyre differences now on your screen. We know engineers like to see the difference. So there you have it. Keeping things nice and cool and calm. Drivers on the mediums doing very, very well thus far. Avi Gabadi being your net race leader, as Victor Widler and Larry Tulke have both boxed now for the hard compounded tyres and are getting very, very close to Isaac Lear. So we'll take a quick look at this battle as it unfolds, as it is the fresh hards versus the used hards. Isaac Lear boxed early under that virtual safety car. Keeping my eyes on this though, because I don't think Isaac Lear is going to give the positions away ever more. He's going to go for a 2-stop, I think. Isaac Lear is going to run it out till about, I don't know, 19. Lap 19, maybe lap 20. Slap on the mediums and push towards the end.
Corey, focus on the rest, please. Thank you. You're not supposed to be looking at Discord.
I'm focused. Hey, I have multiple tabs open right now. Don't you worry. I see everything.
Oh, we got some fighting down at the turf one that I've missed. God damn it, I just saw it on the stream and I missed all that fighting. God damn it, people coming out the pits. No, I missed that.
Well,
Wait,
that could have been close.
Kabaddi's jumped them all.
Yeah.
What?
Avi Gabadi, overcut versus undercut. Overcut has prevailed. Avi Gabadi, net race leader.
I'm sorry, what the frick? Also, as well, Isaac Lee is in amongst this bunch, but he's also on 8 lap old tyres compared to everybody's 1. But I'm sorry, Avi Gabadi freaking overcut all of them. God damn.
Genius, that's what.
Yeah, well, Victor Whitler is all over his diffuser though, so. Oh, and he's gone a bit deep, and Isaac Lee is the latest person to pick up 3 seconds for Tratland. So, will Victor Whitler try to attempt to move? I would have thought so, because he's way too far back. Nope, he's going to try it though. Run the outside, going to try and cut underneath. Nope, thought about it, but didn't quite get close enough to the back of the house.
There's a little bit more of a battle going on between Larry Tulke and Isaac Lear, as Larry Tulke's trying to slip on through side by side. Very, very close between the two. The SCI drivers not letting it go.
Yeah, that was an important move there for Larry Tulke to try and get that done, because he does not want to lose time to Victor Whitler and Gobadi ahead of him. But I think the damage from Isaac Lear has actually been done. Like, man has to try and catch up. He needs to find 3 attempts in this middle sector. So obviously the DRS detection point is after turn 15. He needs to be right up there, back ends, before that corner is close. He's also dropped Isaac Lear by a full second, surprisingly enough.
I've got to say, Tomasz Lemon, Claudio and Sanger doing well on the mediums so far. Wojciech Steg slips on through around Isaac Lear as well, and as I'm sure very soon Valentino Labella will do the same. This is beautiful insight for the engineers to see
he's got it.
The difference in tyres.
He's got it! Tulke just got into the second before the DRS detection point. Did he? Yes, he did. He got DRS. Way to go, lad. Way to go there, Tulke. He's back. Oh, and go Buddy and Victor Whitler fighting for the lead, but no real moves there.
This is going to get a bit interesting now. It won't surprise me to see Victor Whitler start challenging for the net lead here over Avi Gabani. Starting to get a little bit close together, so things are going to get a little bit interesting very, very quickly. Keep your eyes on that fight ahead while you see the timers starts to close up as everybody implements their pit stop strategy. Nothing else is happening at the moment. Drivers are in that tyre management phase, apart from Valentino Labella, who's more likely to make some form of overtake, coming up to Isaac Leah being on 10 lap-up tyres. Other than that, the race has completely slowed down. This is what it just goes to show how difficult things... Oh, easy now. You two, take it easy. Isaac Leah, Valentino Labella getting a little bit racing, a little bit too friendly with each other, as Claudio as well makes a move. Further back, you see a 3-wide moment, that being Flexus getting past Chris and Ryan Modler as well in that DRS tackle, managing to move on through as well. Florian Van Zelter 2 seconds away from Francesco Lago, current leader, but yet to box. All the way down to Avi Gabani, Victor Garcia being the last person who needs to box out of those front four. And then Victor Whitler starting to get a bit of a gap made now from Avi Gabani. Avi Gabani finding some extra pace, having that 1 lap extra freshness on his tyres. Things are certainly starting to slow down.
Yep, certainly is. So I'm just going to be AFK for a few minutes. I'm just going to keep
Do me a favour, jump in the Discord, tell them all to shut the F up from me.
I've already warned them. If like
I have more than enough words to describe what we saw with Lumit, right? I understand it's alright saying, oh, I was annoyed, I lost my head. But where's the professionalism when it's a team championship? Right? You can't sit there and say, oh, I lost my head. You're representing a team. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
yeah.
You're not driving for you. You're not driving for you. You're representing a team. Where's your professionalism? That's all that needs to be said regarding that. Okay? I understand being frustrated and angry if it was a drivers' championship, but it's not. That's my opinion stated. You can do with it as you will, but I'm a firm believer in professionalism. Even though we have a nice little crack and a joke in the comms booth. Hey, Joey's the goat. Joey's coming to save the day.
You keep stealing everything I'm going to say. He needs to stop thinking like me.
Man is stealing your thunder, stealing your thunder. There we see Florian Van Zelter into the pits. Yet to see Francesco Lago, Trisky and Victor Garcia. Avi Gabani still leading the way, almost breaking the DRS. Almost, but yet so far. And has a 3 second to his name, so that's certainly going to hinder Avi Gabani's progress. And Victor Whitler now looking to be the net race leader with that penalty looming over Avi Gabani's head. Where we are running just a casual pace. Wait, Isaac Leah's retired. His strategy's not working out for him. He's had enough. Good night, thank you for trying. SCI will certainly see you back next week as we see Avi Gabani almost up the rear end of Victor Garcia. Garcia is leaving him not even enough space for a car to get through. And this battle for position is well and truly underway. But Victor Whitler has now slipped on through. And Avi Gabani's dropping down behind Larry Tulkey as well.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Victor Garcia just getting absolutely in the way there, which is not what these guys want. He's on a different strategy. Obviously now Francesco Lago is into the pits, and so is Trish. Wants to see where those guys drop to. Obviously they'll start going faster because they're on the mediums compared to these guys' old hards. But we'll soon find out what's going to happen.
Couple more drivers into the pits, being risky. And the order is well and truly reset. Victor Wedler back in the lead of the race. Larry Toolkit and Avi Gabani. Order completely reset as Wojciech Steck is in fourth as well. So we are literally back to running how we were in the first stint after Avi Gabani almost pulled off an overcut masterclass.
Yep, until Victor Garcia decided to ruin.
Sure, I agree with that. Time him out.
No, I think what is going to happen is he's going to get reported, reported by TF10 probably.
I don't think he has the facilities for that big man.
Thing.
And as the fight continues, we take a look back at Tomas Laminen, who's trying to close up to the back of Claudio Diaz. Francesco Lago, Burley on the cusp of DRS to Florian van Zelter as we see a move. No, we don't. We see Victor Garcia into the pits. Finally, that is it. Everybody has implemented their pit stop strategy. That was the last driver who needed to hit that pit lane and does so right now. Victor Garcia, where's he going to come out? I think that's back of the grid for him, if not just ahead of Michael Hedrich.
Yeah, and the man's on 9 seconds of pen, so that is not good for ETA. So he is not going to get points today. Obviously, Avadi Gabadi's got 3 seconds of pen, so has Florian, and so has Trusk. So those guys are gonna slowly drop down the order. I think Andy, I can't speak now. Freaking out. Gabadi is gonna drop to at least behind Valentino, so he might keep 5th, depending on how quick Florian is. Another person to pick up 3 seconds for track limit pens. Come on, lads, keep it within the white lines.
Well, it's difficult here. It's a fast track. Piney saying Avi's name sounds like some magician doing magic. Say his name.
What?
Say the guy in P3's name.
Avadi Gabadi. Oh my god, it does! Oh god.
Avadi Gabadi! Harry Potter-esque. Where's your wand? Oh, Gryffindor! Oh, I love it. That's great. That's actually great. I wasn't hearing it. I wasn't hearing it until Wixel shouted out.
Damn you, Wixel.
Ah, that's great. That's great.
Anyway, enough of my magician shenanigans. Back to the racing, sir. Still got 10 laps left of this Qatar race. Victor still in the lead ahead of Larry Toolkey, Avadi Gabadi, Steg, and Valentino. And I was right. Florian would catch this group up, and he has done. So that's good. So we've got a 7-man train at the front. Claudio Diaz is about 7 seconds off of these guys.
Right, so Steg closing up to the back of Avadi. Now, it looks like actually Avadi's going to be close enough for a move. He's going to look for the outside line, which will give him the inside line coming back towards turn 2, providing he can hold his car there and hold his nerve, or doesn't, as look at that gap start to open up. Dives to the inside of turn 2. Does the TF10 driver, but to no avail, had a little bit of a wobble and has to fall back in line. Avi Gabadi, no move coming his way just yet. No potential switchback on the way for Avi Gabadi. Certainly pulling out some magic tricks here and now if he can pull this one off. But to no avail, has to fall back in order just as we get through halfway through Sector 2. So looking for the open doors, you see that Avi Gabadi definitely has some form of grip advantage. Certainly feels a lot more comfortable on those tyres over Larry Tulke, and he's seemingly making these overtaking opportunities happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Francesco Lago's also on the mediums. Wait, who in the top few here on the mediums? I've got Lago and Flores, so maybe these guys are onto something. Maybe going to doing mediums, hard to mediums was better, but obviously right now they are going to look like it, but towards the end, these mediums will definitely fall off a cliff, and the hards will be better.
Well, they are in DRS, so they are using that to their advantage. They're able to stay nice and close to that pack. They're just not dropping as much time. It's all for the corners. And like you say, as the laps start to unfold, they'll start to burn away and lose out on that much needed tyre tread. It's Wojciech Steg who's going to bring the pressure there from Francesco Lago behind, as you see us on board with Wojciech Steg, watching that time gap be affected by those fresh medium tyres.
Yeah, I'm also going to say as well, like, Valentino struggling to keep in the DRS, but Claudio Diaz for AMI is actually catching these guys somehow. He was only he was over 7 seconds behind a couple laps ago. He's now almost under 6.
Oh,
so
eyes on Francesco.
He is actually catching up. He is actually catching us, Claudio. I'll keep an eye on that.
6 laps to go, not an awful lot happening, people. We apologise, lack of entertainment, but that just being the way the F125 is. This dirtier, it's dangerous, it's treacherous, it's hard to find overtaking opportunities. If they do come your way, you must be very, very careful because you can't risk the damage. You lose an end plate, race is over. It is so difficult to catch up, so difficult to overtake, and with only one DRS straight to use to your advantage down the start-finish line, it's ever more difficult for these drivers to make it to the checkered flag and do it competitively. We keep our eyes on Florian Van Zelter and Francesco Lago. Have they gone for an alternate strategy? They are on the better racing tyre at the moment, but for how much longer? As they're not really making any dents in those time gaps. They're not closing in. Not as much as you'd like to expect, though, Piner.
Yeah, well, like I said, and if anything can change, so...
Oh, saying that, Francesco Lago got very, very dangerously close to the back of Wojciech Steg. He's all over the rear diffuser, looking to the inside line there, trying to make himself large in the rearview mirrors of that Williams. But for the TES driver, he manages to hold out on that position. Can he defend it for a little bit longer, as we've only got 6 laps to go?
Yeah, I'm also just going to bring up the point about Claudio Diaz again, because last lap around, the gap was 6 seconds. He's now under 5. So Claudio and Thomas Laminen are actually catching the first front pack rather quickly. So there could be 2 more cars in this fight for the podium spots. So this is getting very interesting. Like 3 lap younger tyres.
I'm going to keep my eye on Florian Van Zelter. He's the one who seems to be putting the pressure on Francesco, which is forcing Francesco to put the pressure on Wojciech Steg.
Yeah, he definitely is. I can see that as well. So I am looking at it, but I'm also just keeping one of my eyes that the gap between Claudio and Valentina. Oh, because that, like I said, that gap is definitely coming down. It's also going to be interesting to see when Francesco and Florian decide to try and make more moves. Because if they're on the mediums, they want to try and...
We're just running lap after lap, but again, Francesco putting the pressure on Wojciech Steg. Look at him on the diffuser as we go going in Sector 2. The grip advantage for the slower speed corners is massive. But then Wojciech Steg, he's able to keep his foot in on the fast corners. And Francesco just can't get close enough.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to try and make a move there, but fought against it. But it's like he's getting so close to the rear diffuser of this Williams. And like, he wants to try and get a move done soon, because he's looking at a possible podium here if he can get past Steg. So obviously, Avadi Gabadi has a 3-second time penalty, 4-track limit, so Steg will go onto the podium. So if Lago can get past Steg, it'll be a podium for SCI. Obviously, the other driver actually is race, which is sad. But Lago needs to get past Steg. As you can see, people ahead getting up the diffusers as well.
So this is where things start to come to fruition. We're getting to those final closing laps now. This is absolutely crucial. Why is it crucial, you say? Because this is where you see the moves happen. They've got no more time to do it. Francesco.
And Lago's thrown away a possible podium. Oh no. Oh, he's going to try and make a move on Steg. Up the inside of 7. And got it.
Take it easy, but Francesco Lago is up. It's now for Florian to try and get past that Williams, that TES car of Wojciech Steg. The tyres are working to their advantage, but are they going to last as we get to these final closing laps? Well, here we go. Lap 26. We're starting to get a little bit spicy and a little bit dicey here as Larry Torkey closes up with Abby Gabadi to the back of Victor Widler. Are they within striking chance to make any sort of move? We'll wait and find out. You know you want them to do it. We just need to wait for them to happen.
That gap between Claudio and Valentino is now 3.5. If Claudio can get within a second of Valentino, he will pick up about three places with these guys ahead of him gonna be getting 3-second penalties. So Claudio could actually get some decent points here for AMR right now. He just needs to keep going. He's almost within the 3 seconds now of Valentino, but he needs to then pick up another 3/10. Like, he needs to be under 2 seconds to at least get a 1. So that gap is certainly getting closer. And now Lago looks to try and put some pressure on Vadi Gabadi here. I can't help but laugh in my head now about that joke. God damn it, Vexel. God damn it.
Well, it does make me laugh that you keep saying Vadi Gabadi, so I sort of made something. But now, lap 27, we start to close up to the penultimate lap, the final closing laps, where things start to happen. Very talking, of course I thought you would be something to Whitler, but they're still leading the way, has done so for quite a few laps, if not all but 1 lap, and then obviously the pit stop strategies, but for now, having about it, 3-second time penalty with Francesco Lago. It's Wojciech Steg looking at that final podium position because Florian van Zelter as well has that 3-second time penalty.
That's duplicate. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Florian's up to 6. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now he's so Florian's gonna lose the place now, definitely to Claudio. And Thomas Laminen, he might stay ahead of Ryan Modler.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Larry talking to the inside on the penultimate lap. And he has not been able to pull that off. He was squeezed very well by Victor Widler. Widler able to hold that lead thus far. But he's only got one more attempt to do it as Larry Torkey providing he did not burn off those battery reserves. He's allowed Avi Gabadi to sneak up to the inside. But Avi Gabadi's smarter than that. He's waiting. He's not going to put the pressure on. Wojciech Steg's just trying to stay out of trouble because he knows a podium is well and truly within reach. So for Wojciech, stay calm, collected, and do not get caught in an incident. Do not take any unnecessary risks, whereas Florian van Zelter is trying to put the pressure on Wojciech to hinder him in that progress. It's Francesco Lago and Avi Gabadi to fight it out if Wojciech was to have that incident for that podium position, providing Valentino Labella isn't close enough, but I think he is. It could be Valentino Labella to take that podium away if Wojciech was in some form of time penalty or goes for a little bit of a spin.
Oh, Claudio is slowing down a little bit. He was 2.5, now he's back to 3 seconds, so maybe he's made a small mistake somewhere. Obviously, right now, on board the leaders, Larry Tulke's last chance to get ahead of Victor. He needs to try and get this move done before turn 1, but he's going to try to go on the outside again. This time he's further ahead of Victor, but they're still side by side. Oh no! But Victor, with a small wobble, forces Larry to go wide and giving him 3 seconds. Oh dear, I think that might be that penalty could be removed. Maybe, I don't know, but that is unfortunate.
Right,
That's
so
how.
he's got to pray not to pick up a warning at any moment here in this last lap.
Avadi Gabadi and Lago are side by side here. Still side by side now that Avadi did drop down a 4th, but it's not going to matter. So he's still ahead. Obviously, Lago really wants to get ahead because this will be for 5th. Yeah, Lago fighting Gabadi for.
Oh, Francesco's all over the rear of Avi Gabadi there. He's trying to get closer, just not enough. But for Larry Tulke, I mean, I think that penalty will be removed. He's going to come across the line, technically first, but with a 3-second penalty, he's going to fall down the order, potentially to P6, as low as P6, but crosses the line as a Victor, because I think that penalty will be removed. Victor Whittler takes P2. Wojciech Steg takes that P3. Very well done keeping it clean. And then I think we may have Valentino Labella, then Avi Gabadi, Francesco Lago, Claudio Diaz, Tomas Laman and Florian van Zelter, as we saw a race towards the line there between Trisky and Chris. And then that will be Victor Garcia across the line. And finally, as he enters Sector 3 now, Michael Hedrick. But to finish off the order from Tomas Lamanen, it's Florian van Zelter, Ryan Bogler, Flexus, Sanger, Gianluca, Trisky and Chris Biedzinski doing off your points finishes.
Man is going for fastest lap. Because I can see him on a soft tire, so he's pitted again. So what's his fastest lap going to be across the line? 21.3.
And there you have it, your race done and dusted. Well done to everybody to keep it calm and collected. We apologise for the restart that proved to be a little bit controversial, but nevertheless, that is just done and dusted. We'll take a quick little look, one final look at the final order, and then I think that's us done, because I don't think we do interviews here anymore, do we?
We never did any interviews anywhere.
Oh no, we didn't.
We tried to, but drivers didn't want to.
Well, there we are. No interviews to come your way. But for Larry Tulke, victory. Victor Widler, P2. And Wojciech Steg is P3.
Yep. Yeah, also as well, if you look at the chat, someone said, for the record, Larry is lagging like crazy. Makes it pretty hard to fight. So, yeah, we'll soon see. So, today's been a very, very interesting race.
Was very interesting indeed. And there is your finishing order.
Yeah.
All the way down to the bottom, and we had 420 drivers, of course, a bit controversial, but what is a CTC race with a controversy, drama, and some collateral damage? But for now, that is your race done and dusted. Join us next week for round 3. I can't remember where we're heading off to, but we had to change Bahrain to Qatar because of a known track bug. Everybody was in agreement with that. You saw your console tier also run at Qatar, and now here in the PC side running at Qatar. But for next week, be sure to join us same place, same time for your weekly dose of drama and controversy. That's all I can say about that. Any final words from yourself, Penguin?
Nah.
Nah. Let's leave it on a high. See you next week, and be sure to join us for the next Grand Prix.